हेलो गाइस, तो कैसे हैं आप सभी लोग। फिर से स्वागत है आप सभी लोगों का बॉडी बिल्डिंग अपडेटेड पर। तो गाइस, आज की इस वीडियो के अंदर हम लोग देखने वाले हैं पिट्सबर्ग प्रो शो 2025 ओपन बॉडी बिल्डिंग की टॉप 4 प्री जजिंग वीडियो को। सबसे पहले गाइस हम लोग उनकी सोलो प्री जजिंग वीडियो देखने वाले हैं जो कि अपने टॉप 4 कंटेस्टेंट रहने वाले हैं, एंड उसके बाद में हम लोग उनकी टॉप 4 कंप्लीट प्री जजिंग वीडियो देखेंगे। सो वीडियो को गाइस देखते रहना। अगर आप लोग चैनल पे पहली बार आए हो तो बॉडी बिल्डिंग अपडेटेड को सब्सक्राइब कर लेना। पिट्सबर्ग प्रो शो 2025 के सारे अपडेट्स फास्टेस्ट टू फास्टेस्ट देखने एंड जानने के लिए आप लोग वीडियो को एंजॉय करिए। मैं मिलता हूं वीडियो के लास्ट में।
Triple crown winner. My initial impression is this really reminds me of last year's Olympia. Dennis, your thoughts?
Yeah, I think looking at his legs now, they almost a little bigger than I thought they were earlier. As he's getting closer to the middle, I think he definitely improved size since the Arnold. I'm not sure if the condition is the same, but he looks hard. He looks hard to me.
Yeah, side chest looks awesome. Fullness is great.
Yeah, and I can see some striations in his chest now that I've always complained about because I never saw it before.
I think the conditioning is just like almost as good as the Arnold, but I don't think the leg gear is full. It's crazy back double bicep. Looks like he's getting a little bit more detail through the hamstrings as well. Very easy width of his last serve, very perfect. The crowd dug out. I don't know if you can hear it on the live stream, but the crowd just gasped. Yeah, just from the back, it just lights out there, man. Ian, what are your thoughts? You haven't really given your thoughts on him.
I think he looks great. I agree. I don't know if his condition's quite as crisp as the Arnold. The fullness I see a little better in some spots, but I do agree that I think it's not as quite as full through the sweep of the quads. I can see that especially on his right leg. It's just looks a little shallower on the sweep there when he's offsetting it. But overall, I think this is a good look for Derek. I think it's better than the Olympia, somewhere between the Olympia.
But he is very impressive. Those arms are incredible. Incredible. Chest is very, very thick. Conditioning is phenomenal. Color always seems to be a little bit of an issue for Cruz. Always definitely not dark enough.
Yeah, density through the arms, down through chest is just incredible.
The conditioning is very, very impressive for a guy that size.
Yeah.
It's not often
But he's always in great condition. That was never his problem.
I know, but it's not often you see a guy that weighs 270, 280 pounds in this kind of condition.
Having a little trouble getting the back
Open
up.
up just a little bit more. It's almost like he has it.
Yeah, he's
but
just
he's
trying
not really fully opening up.
Yeah.
I don't know how you get legs that big and don't develop your glutes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how the glutes didn't grow.
That's probably foot positioning in a lot of his leg movements. Really focusing on the knee flexion, getting the quads, and not quite enough through the glute drive inside.
Very impressive. Oh my god.
Yeah, one of the best arm delt chest combos in the pro league for sure.
For those people,
Yeah, great roundness and fullness to him. Conditioning's really good.
and he's always improving. He's like, got a good head on his shoulders. Looks like his posing is getting better and better from show to show. Crowd seems to love it. Is this the best Martin we've seen?
It's definitely one of the better Martins for sure, yeah. We compared this to his Olympia. It's right up there.
I don't think I've ever seen Martin this big and conditioned at the same time.
Yeah.
Seems like he's getting better as he poses, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, getting harder. You can see through the chest, arms, delts. I mean, again, immediately your eyes go to Nick, and that the shoulder width and size is just incredible.
I think I have Martin in second.
I need to see Derek. We haven't had Derek and Martin stand next to each other in these groups yet, so I'd like to see them do some comparisons.
Derek's legs are throwing me off.
Yeah, I can see that, especially the right leg there that he picks up. Just loses a bit of the sweep on that.
When you look at those four guys on stage, Derek's legs are not matching up with the other three.
Great shot for all these guys.
Yeah.
But I remember looking at the armor, seeing Derek from the side. His side leg was carved in more than it is today. It does not look the same. So I think he's slightly off his armor condition.
I agree with you.
And I think Nick, that's the best Nick we've ever seen on stage.
Yeah, it's definitely up there for sure.
And I would not be surprised if Nick is winning the show.
Yeah, no, I mean, in my opinion, I have Nick winning right now.
Listen, that back lat spread, I got Nick, then Martin, then Derek.
Yeah, Nick just top to bottom. You know, even in the shots, like we said, Derek's back is obviously incredible. But top to bottom, when you're counting all body parts in that shot, Nick is just so complete.
But then again, until, I don't know when ago, when we talked about back over biceps, we give Derek that shot without a doubt. And now, today, we'll see how close Nick really is.
That Aventire Martin shot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's really hard to beat Nick in that most muscular.
Yeah.
Even though Martin's got a really pretty most muscular, Nick's just overwhelming with the size.
Yeah, I mean, that hand clasp is just monstrous.
Well, I say what I said last Tuesday. I said right now, I have Nick winning.
I think I have William in fourth only because of shoulder width. William's a little bit more compact than the other three. I think it's the one area that's...
If you compare Martin's condition from here to the Olympia, what would you say?
I think the Olympia might have been a little bit better. But sometimes that's tricky to say because there's different lighting, different standing, different like... I don't know because I know his condition's really good. Like his legs are feathered when he puts them, when he hits them.
I know, but when I see him now, I would say, let's say this wouldn't be Martin, would be someone else. We would say he's about a pound or two away from being perfect.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
the
I agree.
dryness and just crispness could be improved a little bit.
And that's what he had at the Olympia.
I agree.
He had that grainy, super thin skin,
Yeah.
you know, so he's not off. He's not far off. It's just,
There's a very, very thin film. Yeah. I gotta tell you, man, I think I have Derek third in this right now.
It's tough to say. I mean, I really would like to see Derek and Martin stand next to each other, just to get some more direct comparisons from them.
if Martin had the same color as Derek, it would be a better comparison.
Yes. Yeah, I know Derek's color is exceptional.
Perfect, yeah.
The one thing that Nick and Derek have that Martin doesn't have is that detail in the side leg.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful side chest, but not enough. That detail in the side leg's not there. But then he's got prettier quads from the front than both of them.
Yeah, when he stomps down on them, they're great. They've got some good roundness and fullness to them.
Look at that. Like that's.
Yeah. I mean, but like you said, your eyes just go to Nick's, the just amount of muscle on that most muscular.
William and Derek switch. Take a second, guys, and let's do it again.
Steve's putting him to work here.
I think it's so close. They're waiting for somebody to fade.
Yeah. If there's one thing we know about Nick, though, he can stand there like a statue and do this all day. I mean, we've seen it before at Olympias, and at the Arnold. I mean, he can hit these poses in his sleep.
I do got to tell you, that last spread is not the same as it was when he came out.
No. You know, I do really like Derek's side chest. Just flows really well, and that side leg detail is really, really good.
But he turns over
But
all
the
the way to create more width.
Yeah.
But the hamstring drop on Nick's legs is so wild.
Yes, yeah. And all four guys have really great back doubles here.
I think Nick is the only one that's not fading right now.
Yep.
Derek's not hitting that shot the same way, and I think Martin's starting to fade a bit too.
Yeah, we're starting to see a little sweat come off Martin, a little water's coming out.
Yeah.
Which is not always a bad thing.
Not always, no.
No, but the shots aren't being hit with the same aggressiveness.
Dominoes and dives.
बाकी सो गाइस आज की इस वीडियो में तो इतना ही। बहुत जल्दी मुलाकात होगी पिट्सबर्ग प्रो से जुड़ी कुछ और न्यूज़ एंड अपडेट्स के साथ में। तब तक गाइस आप लोग चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कर लेना पिट्सबर्ग प्रो 2025 के सारे अपडेट्स फास्टेस्ट देखने एंड जानने के लिए। बाकी मैं मिलता है इस वीडियो के साथ में, तब तक